So things are coming back in. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to kind of review what we've been discussing in our past few meetings. We're also going to review some of the goals that we established and see how they've been going for you. So first, I just want to review what we've been talking about. You've been experiencing some distance with your sister, and it's been causing some problems between you and her and your family. And so the goals that we've established are really to work towards you and your sister getting closer and just kind of creating a little bit more harmony between everyone. So one of the things that we talked about trying was you and your sister doing something that you both had never done before. Have you had a chance to try that yet?
We haven't really had a chance yet, just because I've still been in school and working while I'm in school, so there hasn't been a lot of free time. But I actually saw her yesterday, and we talked a little bit about a couple of things we wanted to do this summer. So we've kind of started planning a little bit for maybe having like an outing or like doing something one day, but we haven't really picked anything specific yet.
Okay, so she knows that you're wanting to plan something unique for you and her in the future. How did she react to that? Was she excited about it?
Yeah, she seemed excited. She thought that would be really fun, and she made like a couple of suggestions about things that we could do, and so we both kind of agreed to like think about it and like kind of come up with some fun suggestions, and maybe we could do a couple of things if there's more than one thing that we think would be really fun to do.
How did it make you feel to see her reaction to that idea?
It made me feel good. I guess I felt like a little more relaxed knowing that she like seemed excited about it, and she didn't really make it like all about her. She kind of talked about like what we would both enjoy and what would be fun for both of us. So I kind of appreciated that, because I was a little afraid she was going to kind of make suggestions that were only interesting to her, but she thought about me too, so I felt good about that.
That's good, because we were talking about the benefits of creating, finding those shared interests and then building off of that for both of you. Okay, very good. So kind of catch me up with everything since our last session. Tell me how things have been between you and her and your family, you and Brooke.
Things have been good with me and Brooke. I think since our last session, I hadn't really seen her much, just because her daughters both dance, and so she's been at dance competitions. I think she was a little upset that I didn't go to the competitions, because I used to help at all the competitions and do hair and makeup and stuff. So she kind of made when I saw her yesterday, she made a couple of comments about me not being at the dance competitions, or like asking if I was going to the next one. But it was good aside from that. It was really fun yesterday because it was my brother's birthday, so my family got together after lunch for to have cake and stuff, and we ended up just talking about a lot of different memories and like fun things that had happened in the past, and like funny stories, because my brother's girlfriend was there, and so we were telling her like things that happened in the past. So it was kind of stories that we've talked about a lot but not in a while, so that was fun, just kind of talking about memories and everything. So it was just really happy. It was just it was really nice.
So everyone was kind of sharing in that process of remembering stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel close to your sister?
Yeah.
You guys do that?
Yeah, it made me feel really close, especially to my two sisters, because we were talking about something funny that had happened on a family vacation that was specifically the three of us, and so it was fun because Brooke was telling part of the story, and Blair was telling part of the story, and I was adding to the story. So yeah, it was kind of those shared memories, which is fun to talk about.
Do you have any pictures from any of those vacations that maybe you could find and you guys could go through, or?
Well, we have a couple pictures from the vacation. I don't think I have any with Brooke though, actually. I know one of the pictures we actually got out yesterday was me and Blair and my older brother Josh. Oh, both my older brothers and my little brother Zach. So it was all of us except for Brooke, because she was doing something different at the time. And I know I have pictures of the trip with me and Josh and me and my little brother, but I don't think I have any of me and Brooke from that particular trip. she spent a lot of time with Blair, which was something we actually talked about yesterday. Was that one day, I think it was our last full day on the trip, and I wanted to go get my hair in like the braided, like with the little beads at the end, because we were in the Bahamas.
Oh.
And I wanted Brooke and Blair to go with me, and they went with me for a little bit, but then they wanted to go do other things, so they left me with my dad. And I was really mad, so I played a prank on them, which was actually like really funny. That was one of the funny stories we were talking about. But I do remember a lot of that trip. I remember, because I was only 8, so I was too small to do like a lot of the fun things, because they were going like scuba diving and going on like the big water slides that they had at Atlantis, and like snorkeling and things like that, and I couldn't do any of those things because I was too small. So I remember like just a lot of the trip, hanging out by myself, like just with my parents watching me. So I think like there are really like fond memories from that trip, but at the same time I remember feeling really excluded on that trip.
Feeling really, feeling really excluded when you were younger, and then that kind of changed when you and Blair started to get close.
Yeah.
And then that's where maybe some divide with Brooke came, because the relationship between you and Blair was growing, strong sisterly bond,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah, because that was 2 years before, well, it was a little less than 2 years before Brooke moved to Australia and Blair had her baby. So that was like kind of not long before the dynamic really shifted in that relationship, like between the three of us.
And have you talked to your mom about, since you've been coming here and kind of sharing with her the things that you've been reflecting on, and I know that it's been hard on her.
Not really. I think maybe we've mentioned like something here or there in passing, but not really, just because I know bringing it up does upset my mom, because she also feels a lot of separation between her and Brooke, and my mom, like, she doesn't play favorites by any means, but she's always had a close relationship with me and Blair, just because we open up more to her and we just tell her everything, and she's never had that kind of relationship with Brooke. That's always how Brooke was with my dad. So I think she feels kind of badly because Brooke makes comments that my mom likes me and Blair better, which, like, if you knew my mom, you would know like how much that hurts her, because she's just one of those people that she loves everyone and she's nice to everyone. I mean, like, people can do wrong in her eyes, but nobody's a bad person in her eyes ever. So it's really, I think it hurts her a lot that my sister would see her in that kind of negative way.
So do you think that maybe the three of you guys could do something together also to kind of bring your mom in on this, so she can kind of provide her some reassurance, and also it would kind of help to have sometimes more than one person there to kind of, you guys can bounce off one another. And
yeah, we're actually planning after I finish school to go wedding dress shopping, which isn't something I was really planning to do, but then Blair actually told me that Mom mentioned to her that she was really upset that we weren't going to go wedding dress shopping because she wanted to be part of that experience, but that she didn't want to say anything to me. She didn't want to make me feel badly. But Blair told me, and so I was like, well, we'll all go wedding dress shopping. So my mom's really excited about that, a chance for all of us girls to do something together. And I think she's my mom likes to do things with a purpose. So like just going to like bob around and shop, like, she doesn't enjoy that. She likes there to be like a purpose. So I think having that purpose of like trying on dresses and that kind of thing, I think that'll make it more enjoyable for my mom.
so we actually talked about the wedding being obviously a really big event coming up, and a lot of planning leading up to that. And so it sounds like a lot of people are involved within that process. And in our previous time together, we were talking about kind of giving Brooke some of those, like some certain tasks, so she can feel involved and she can feel a part of the process, and to make sure that she's included. Have you given any thought to that, or have you approached her with that?
Not much, just because I haven't really started doing that much thinking in regards to the wedding yet. I've just been kind of more focused on school and everything right now. But we have talked about kind of the different roles that people are going to play, because it is going to be very much a family wedding. It's going to be just family there, and like my family is doing everything for the wedding. Like the only people who aren't going to be family is the pastor, who's been my pastor since I was 14, and then 2 friends who are doing the music. But so I've kind of, like mentioned in passing, like Brooke's gonna do this and Blair's gonna do this and that kind of thing, but not anything really in great detail as of yet.
What was your sister's reaction to you getting married?
She didn't really have a reaction. She just was kind of not saying whatever about it. Sounds very negative, but I mean, with my relationship, we'd been together for 4 years, and we'd already talked about getting married and that kind of thing, and I think everybody pretty much knew that was our plan. So she was just kind of like, "Oh, you're finally engaged," kind of thing. So I mean, she was happy about it. She, told other people about it and that kind of thing. Like she was happy about it, but it wasn't like an over the top reaction. Blair's reaction was very over the top. She was very, very, very excited. So Brooke was just a little more subdued about it, I guess.
She was kind of expecting the wedding anyway, since you and Robbie had been together for so long.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I just want to kind of review what we've discussed today and what we've talked about. Is we've touched on the goals that we had set, and it sounds like you're working towards those as you start doing more planning for your wedding, and as the summertime comes around, when you and Brooke are going to start doing some stuff together, and it seems like she's excited about it, and you're happy that she's excited, you would say?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Very good. And so with the wedding and kind of including her on that, so she's so just to kind of create some more consistency, would you say that you're still interested in kind of offering some tasks to her to take part in?
Yeah, no, I definitely am. I would like her to be involved because Blair is very involved. I mean, by force. She involves herself, which is fine, because she's really into the whole thing. So I want Brooke to be involved, but at the same time, it's like I want her to show the interest in being involved. I don't want it to be she has a different personality than Blair, so I don't want to expect her to act like Blair because she's not going to. But Blair kind of steps in and is like, well, I want to do this, and I think we should do it this way, and what do you think about doing this kind of thing? Because she knows that I'm not going to do that. Whereas Brooke is more just kind of like, well, I'll do whatever. So I guess I would like her to show that excitement for it that Blair has. Because when Blair gets excited, it makes me excited. So I guess I would just like to feel that kind of excitement from her. So I'm hoping by getting her involved, she'll get more excited.
So you're saying that you want Brooke to have the same kind of excitement that Blair does. You want her to be genuinely excited about being involved, and rather than it being more of like an obligation that she has to be there. So, okay. So we can definitely talk some more about that at our next visit, and then we'll get some updates with everything. So thanks for coming in today, and we can schedule an appointment for, let's say, we can do it like about a month and a half out, and we can check back in, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.